Welcome to our Devos this week where we are talking about the Beatitudes. The Beatitudes are nothing more than statements of blessing where Jesus talks about how to be blessed. And what is blessing? Blessing is something permanent that has to do with our standing with God. It's not some sort of a temporary fix like happiness. It's something that has to specifically do with our standing with God. And today we're going to examine another one of those statements that Jesus gave to his followers. Matthew chapter 5, verse 6, Jesus said, "Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be satisfied." He's talking about those who hunger and thirst for righteousness. Well, what in the world does that mean? There is something that I cannot remember for the life of me who it was that said it, but I think it's A.W. Tozer. I feel like it was A.W. Tozer that said that we are hardwired with something called a holy discontent. What does that mean? That means when it comes to being closer to God, when it comes to being holy, when it comes to focusing on making our relationship with Jesus more vibrant, we're never satisfied, nor should we be. As a Christian, you should be constantly looking for ways to grow in your faith. Does that mean that you're looking for ways to know more? Maybe. Does that mean that you're looking for ways to do more things for God? It could be that. But essentially, God never really leaves us where we are. He's always challenging us to do more things in our lives. There's convictions of things. There's people that look at something that they did when they first became Christians, and then a conviction comes upon them later in life, and they go, I really ought not to be doing that. I really ought not to be talking like that. Or I really should be spending my time on things that are more valuable or more kingdom-focused. This is what a hunger and thirst for righteousness is. Now, how do we get there? Well, I'll tell you, there might be a little bit of a secret in the fact that he says, those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, if they do, they will be satisfied. I think if you're sitting here listening to this right now and you're like, Pastor Sam, this is a struggle for me because I don't particularly have those desires. I don't always want to know more about Jesus, and I don't always find myself wanting to get connected. I think one of the reasons why you are never ever hungering or thirsting for something like this is because you're always filled up with other things. I mean, think about it. We are living in a culture where it's so easy to have a constant onslaught of things taking our attention, our time, even our appetites in different areas. Food is one. We have social media. We have constant desire for entertainment. How can we find times to be thirsty or hungry for the things of righteousness when we're filled with so many other things? So I want to challenge you. If you find yourself like, I don't really ever get, desiring to do spiritual things, or I don't want to take that step, I want you to really think about getting connected to a growth group. I want you to really think about getting into a Bible plan. I want you to really think about going to one of our programs that we have at the church, like maybe Rooted, which is a 10-week life-changing transformational experience where every single day you're challenged in your own relationship with God. Not just the days that you meet, but every single day that you're actually connected to that group, you are working through something about God. Or something like Starting Point, where maybe you can tackle some tough issues in faith. The reason why you are not thirsting or hungering for righteousness is because you're filled with so many other things. Take a step back. Really examine your life and take an audit of all the things that you're giving time to. And then really see, am I seeking the Lord? Am I trying to get closer to Him? Am I being challenged in something that's making me uncomfortable? If you're not, this is your season. This is your time. Those who hunger and thirst for righteousness are satisfied because they find their satisfaction. They find the answer to everything in their blessed connection to Jesus.